Hey everybody, hope all is well. So I got this email from a subscriber, and she asked me to do a story on it, and I will honor her request to refer to her as A. And she says this is a true story. So let me read the email to you, and I want to do a brief commentary. This is a true story. When my mother moved to Canada from the West Indies, she befriended a fellow Jamaican woman who had three daughters. The first daughter is half black and half from India. The second is half white and half black. And the third is predominantly black. Yes, all three of her daughters are the products of different men, making them stepsisters. Now, fast forward 2 decades, they're all grown women. The first daughter, the one that is half Indian, was fortunate enough to have found an extremely handsome, well built black man, the rare few that are mentally, emotionally, and physically sound. She botched that relationship in exchange for a Pookie. They had a baby, and Pookie is not even married to her and very seldom helps with the raising of their child. In essence, the half Indian girl raised her son by herself and now resides in the west coast part of Canada. Daughter number two, the half white one, managed to snag herself a handsome, tall, slender, well educated, well behaved white man by the name of Chris. We all adore him. Even her mother encouraged her to pursue a more serious relationship with Chris. Again, this daughter botched that relationship and is now left alone. Last we heard of her. To this day, daughter number two regrets not having held on to Chris with all her might. Daughter number three, the black daughter, had herself, like her stepsister, a very handsome, highly intelligent white man. He had an incredibly high IQ and was very, very smart, even possessing an eidetic memory, which is very rare in any individual or of any race. This poor white man showed up to a restaurant for a date that they had planned, with only a slight crinkle in his shirt. He unfortunately was running late from work, but he normally is always on time. Instead of being understanding and compassionate and noting that he was only late because of work, she walked off and left him in the restaurant without so much as hearing out his explanation. She then picks up a Pookie, who not only destroyed her business, a bakery business, she started from the ground up and nearly had destroyed by a jealous rival. Let's start that part over. She then picks up a Pookie who not only destroyed her business, a bakery business that she started from the ground up and nearly had destroyed by a jealous rival, but this Pookie convinced her to force her parents out of their house so he could take the profits of the sold house and use it to run his own business. The fact that this woman listened to this Pookie and allowed him to ruin her business is beyond comprehensible. She always used to shout, "I don't let no man tell me what to do." But now I see some people are all talk and no action. The lessons here are judge people by their actions, not their words. There's a Pookie lurking everywhere, and you must stay vigilant and keep them at bay. They will leave you alone with the baby, and they will destroy your business and all you have worked for. They will take every precious thing you have and turn it to dust. Simply put, the work of a demon. If you have a good man, whether he's black or white, treasure and value him. And in my story, all of the girls either ended up alone or with Pookies. This story proves that white men do find mixed race women and black women highly attractive. If you snag yourself a white or any non black man of color and he treats you as you deserve to be treated, then hold on to it. Do not listen to the degenerate black men who state that white men do not want or desire or need women of color. They do. So some are simply afraid to say so out loud. I know a dark skinned woman who has been married to her white man for over 50 years, and she's the type of black woman that no black man would ever go near or give the time of day. I could tell you even more stories, but this email would be far too long. But I have personally seen this time and time again. It is a reality in all nations, including the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, France, Sweden, Brazil, etc. We are finally seeing the black man's true colors. He's been this way for centuries, but now that the veil has been lifted, the reality of our world is finally being revealed to us. Also, to all women around the world, there is nothing wrong with being single and choosing to be alone. Wow. I read this and I thought, What are the odds? And then it led me to think, is choosing a man hereditary? Look at these women, three different women. Now, I'm going to scroll up here. She already said that one sister, she met a handsome, extremely handsome, well built black man. Okay? She botched that up for Pookie and Ray Ray. The other one, an intelligent white man, she botched that up for Pookie and Ray Ray. And then the third one met an intelligent white man and botched it up for Pookie and Ray Ray. So we have three intelligent men here, one black man and two white men. Three intelligent men, okay? Those women decided to choose Pookie and Ray Ray. They walked away from intelligence and chose Pookie and Ray Ray. Now, in this case here, for the one that had the black man, as she says, about, extremely handsome, well built, a rare few that are mentally, emotionally, and physically sound, okay? But she chose Pookie and Ray Ray. Those kind of women, when you choose Pookie, don't hop on the bandwagon. Oh, that they no good, because it seems like, sweetie, you had a chance. Seems like she found the good one, and look what you did. You found you found one that's allergic to dust. He doesn't know what dusty is not in his vocabulary. That's what you found. You found one that is the exact opposite of dust, and you messed that up. Other two found decent white men, good intelligent white men, and messed that up. So when you have women that make those decisions, I can't sympathize with you, because guess what? You found what so many women, other women, are looking for and can't find. You found it. You goofed it up. So it makes me wonder, is choosing a man hereditary? Maybe, just maybe, they followed in the footsteps of their mother. You know? A good man, oh, I don't want him. I knew a girl, she would hold on to Pookie and Ray Ray, oh my God, for dear life. She met a young black man. He had his own house, and she was like, "Oh, I'm dumping him. We went to go out. He gonna try to have a nice dinner, but girl, he had some old place. It didn't even match." And I was like, he's mid-20s, bought a house, and you worried about the place not matching. But to the man, to the one that stays with somebody's mama, grandmama, baby mama, or just couch surfaces, you want to build him up. I knew then she was damaged goods. I thought, are you serious? So, and I knew then this is what she likes. She likes Pookie and Ray Ray. She likes abuse. And given her background being abused in the home, guess what? The parents were like that. Her father was like that. So the father not working, and man, they were married. She said her mom for 30 years, and he worked two out of a 30-year marriage. So you stop and think. She chose a man like her father. That's what she chose. She chose a man like her father. So it makes me wonder. And in this case here, is choosing a man hereditary? These women, good men showed up in their lives and decided, I don't want it. They chose Pookie and Ray Ray. So it makes me wonder, behaviors learn. And then you think about it. If that's all you see growing up, and it's really sad for some people, they can't snap out of it, you gravitate to that. So it seems to me, the mother, she loved Pookie and Ray Ray, or you don't hear anything. I do have a follow up email, which is very sad. The girl sent me a follow up email, and she just told me that the mother has become suicidal because she's upset about the daughter's choices and loneliness. So the mother, you can't. I wish her the best. You can't blame yourself for these girls for their choices, but I do think maybe deep inside she's thinking, "Oh my, it's my fault because of the example that she set for them." And it could be some other things too that are going on that was not revealed. And again, I wish her the best. I hope she gets help. But you guys tell me, is choosing a man hereditary, or at some point do you have to realize that, hey, guess what? My mom or my dad, they chose this kind of man. I got to choose someone different. I just think you should want better for yourself. My father was a provider. So a man that doesn't work, that's not a provider, yeah, I'll holler at you. And that's why I've been raised. When I was in junior high, my dad would tell me, hey, somebody, I met someone to marry you. My father told me, he said, need to find out, where's he going to have you living. I didn't raise you in a shack. He sure as hell didn't. He said, You need to go ahead and look at those things ahead of time, because I didn't raise you in a shack and you don't go to one. And he taught me that. And I was in junior high. You know, you're like with your dad. Okay, dad. And you're like, whatever your father says. But I see now he was grooming me. I was in junior high. It's like, okay, no, what if my father, I'm a daddy's girl. What if my dad said, okay, okay. And you get older. So I see my dad was putting that into my head. He was putting into my head, you have to evaluate things. That's what my father was doing. So behaviors learn. And maybe that's how I think the way I think. But this here is choosing a man hereditary. Maybe they chose a man that they saw their mother choose for them. Men that were broken, Pookie and Ray Ray. Men that bring destruction. And it's sad. It's very, very sad. So, I wish you the best. Thanks for being patient. I am finally sharing your story. Thanks for being very patient. Um, but ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you grow up a certain way. It's okay to expose yourself to different things. That's why I like variety. You know what I mean? Expose yourself to different things, positive things. But it really makes me wonder. I think these girls, they chose what their mother chose. And that's how you can see a legacy of poverty, a legacy of baby daddy, a legacy of not building. Some of these black men walking around here, some of these Dusties, what if the Dusty was raised in a different environment? What if a Dusty was raised by a real man, a mom and dad, and said, hey, we're going to go ahead and build something? It's not uncommon for people to have a small business and then guess what? Pass it down to their kids. Maybe they wouldn't be Dusty. But some of these Dusties, it's just a dust train. Dust train been running for decades, since the 60s, and on down the line. Every now and then, a black man may hop off the train like, nah, I'm not doing it. But that's hard because guess what? Everybody's different. Your mental status. So some of these Dusties, look at my video. Dusty Senior, Dusty Junior. It's reality. So enough of that. Let me know what you all think. I look forward to your comments. Thanks for listening. Feel free to please comment, like, subscribe, and share, and stay safe. Thanks.